Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to ChasingCinema.com's official YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jacob Toronto, and today we're going to be talking about a lot of things, including the Hateful Eight trailer, which made its debut today, as well as the first look at Black Panther's costume in Captain America Civil War. Later, I'm also going to be talking about the Star Wars International teaser that aired a few days ago, as well as the Entertainment Weekly's images that they recently revealed today. First things first, though, let's talk about the Hateful Eight trailer, which made its debut today. Now, if you've not seen that trailer, make sure to click the link in the description box, or you can click right here. Quentin Tarantino, a polarizing director, is someone that most people tend to enjoy, but those who are against violence and profanity are obviously not on the same page. However, my taste for Quentin Tarantino differs from most people. Obviously, when people say Quentin Tarantino, names like Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs come up in conversation. Now, granted, I enjoy those movies, but I find myself enjoying Quentin Tarantino in his later years. Inglourious Basterds, I think, is the best thing he's directed up until this point. I loved Django Unchained. I love the Western style of it. That was probably... Actually, I chose that as my favorite movie of 2012. Well, one of them. And then we have The Hateful Eight coming out. A movie that will be the second in 3 Westerns that Quentin Tarantino directed. The first, obviously, being Django. The second being The Hateful Eight. And the third one we'll find out more about later. But Quentin Tarantino has said you have to direct 3 in order to, consider yourself a Western director. Now, this movie is going to be hitting theaters on Christmas Day in 70mm capable theaters. Now, that's not something we're going to find often. Most theaters now have removed film projectors and put in digital projectors. But it will be really interesting to see this movie on film. Quentin Tarantino, obviously a pioneer in making sure that film preservation is a big thing. Continues to shoot on film, loves the way film looks, and has defended the film versus digital argument for a long time. Let's get into the trailer nonetheless. So, this movie is going to be surrounding 8 strangers who are stuck in a cabin during a monstrous blizzard that's going down. The movie stars Kurt Russell, Sam Jackson, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Bruce Dern, Channing Tatum, Tim Roth, Michael Madsen, Bruce Dern, if I haven't said that already. So quite an interesting cast. My first go-to in that list is we have our Quentin Tarantino regulars, Jackson, we have Roth, we have Madsen, we have Dern. And then we have some interesting characters. We have Channing Tatum, Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh. So I'm really expecting a lot out of this movie, and I've been waiting for the trailer. Boom! Trailer hits today, and I have to tell you, I've watched it multiple times already because of how fun the trailer is. I think this trailer is so good and so fun to watch that it makes me so excited for the movie. Now, prior to this year, when I started doing these video updates, I never watched trailers. I always try to go in things blind because sometimes they reveal a little bit too much. However, this was one of those trailers that will probably end up on my list for favorite trailers of the year at the end of the year when we do Chasing Cinema Awards. I had just so much fun watching it. The music was great. The editing was great. Our introduction to all the characters was really fun. I loved the beginning when we have Sam Jackson talking about Kurt Russell, who's nicknamed the Hangman, and why he's named the Hangman. I love the setting of the movie. I love the whole snowy wonderland, if you will. Well, not wonderland, more like, complete miserable land for these characters, I guess you could say. But I think there's something really spectacular about this movie. I think it's going to be a real great picture. Not to mention that one of the things that I'm looking forward to is the score, which offers the first score, Western score from Ennio Morricone in 40 years, I believe. I could be getting that number wrong, but I know it's been some time. Quentin Tarantino revealed, I think around Comic-Con, that this composer, who's the greatest Western composer of all time, will be working on this picture. So I'm really excited for the film's look, the film's sound, the film's performances. I mean, this movie's going to really kind of fall on the shoulders of the actors. as the movie is just basically about these 8 strangers interacting. So nonetheless, I'm looking forward to this movie, but what are your thoughts? Watching this trailer, how do you feel about the Hateful Eight? Now, if we go back, there's a lot of history with this movie as well. This was a movie that Quentin Tarantino wanted to do. However, after the script was leaked, he said, no, I'm not going to do it at all. They had a table read. There was talk of him releasing it just as a script or a graphic novel, I believe, at one point. I could be wrong about that. But nonetheless, he decided, anyway, this is my 8th film. I'm going to do it regardless. So now he is making this movie, and I, for one, am truly excited to see it. What are your thoughts? Let me know down here in the comment sections below. I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say about this trailer. Next, we're going to be talking about Black Panther, a character that we know will be first introduced to the Marvel Universe in the upcoming Captain America Civil War, the first film in Marvel's Phase 3. Right now, Captain America Civil War is filming in Germany, nonetheless. And while there was filming, some photos revealed online the first look at Black Panther's costume. Now, to me, I think the Black Panther costume looks beautiful. We've had some sketches and some ideas of what the costume is going to look like already, but finally seeing it in action, it looks quite spectacular. Now, the costume actually looks all like one piece, all black. It looks like, though, a bit unfinished. Maybe they're going to insert some things digitally. They might have to add some things. It could just be in an action sequence, but with the cat ears and everything, it actually looks like a really, really good piece. I'm excited for the introduction of this character because I really want to see the expansion of the Marvel Universe go beyond the more common superheroes and go to the superheroes that maybe your average Joe won't know, and I think Black Panther is a perfect example. If you remember the animated movies, The Ultimate Avengers, the sequel, I believe, was the one that featured Black Panther, which I thought was awesome and very entertaining, so I'm glad to see Chadwick Boseman taking the reins for this. However, it is just a few images of him. It's not even Chadwick in the costume. I believe it's a stunt double. Just a few images of him kind of doing a stunt in Germany. So nothing too crazy, but these images are exciting. I think they look well. I'm definitely excited to see more from this set. Well, actually, I'd rather just wait to the movie, but I'm sure we're going to get more stuff from the set. If you're interested in seeing the first look of the Black Panther costume, make sure to click the link down here in the description box and let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Finally, moving on to Star Wars. Today I'm going to be talking about the Star Wars International trailer, or, well, not so much trailer, but TV spot. There was a 30-second Korean spot for Star Wars The Force Awakens that has kind of gotten a lot of people talking. Now, this 30-second Korean spot revealed pretty much awesome stuff that we've seen already. However, there was something amongst that familiar footage that really stood out. In the beginning, we have this snowy, rocky terrain that we find ourselves in. And amongst them are thousands of stormtroopers and officers grouped together before a lone person. And that, my friends, is the First Order. Now, if you've not seen this spot, make sure to click the description box. You'll find all the links for everything that I'm talking about today. If you actually want to watch this trailer, you could click right here. I know I like doing that. I don't know why. I just think it's so cool. This is something that I thought was really cool. I know it's kind of a couple days old now, but really kind of finding out about the First Order and reading about the interviews and what J.J. Abrams has been saying is giving us a lot more information about what this movie is going to be about. Now, amongst this trailer comes 12 exclusive photos from Entertainment Weekly, which were published today. Now, some of these photos look fairly familiar, including the Han Solo and Chewie image that we've seen at the end of the Force Awakens trailer. But my whole concentration on the other images that we really haven't seen, including my favorite, the cover of the Entertainment Weekly, which was Kylo Ren, who's played by Adam Driver, and he's striking his pose with his epic lightsaber. I love this image. I love the look of him. I think it is such a beautiful picture and ideally a perfect villain to look at. And I'm really, really excited to see some of these people in action. Another image reveals Daisy Ridley's Rey and John Boyega's runaway stormtrooper Finn flee from the First Order. They're running away, as you could see. Looks like a very, very great action beat in this part as they are running from the First Order. We also have John Boyega, who's playing Finn again, runs into kind of a destroyed, wrecked TIE fighter. And this image is really well, just kind of looking at him, observing this destroyed TIE fighter. And also a really, really great image, something we've not seen yet. There's also one of Gwendolyn Christie's character from the First Order, who's just in like this shimmering armor that looks also very, very fun. I'm interested to learn more about that character and seeing which more she has to offer. Amongst that, we also have, again, Daisy Ridley's Rey, who meets up with BB-8 while cutting him free from a net, and she's amongst some creature, and I'm interested to see what that creature is. I have no idea or who's on top of it, but I am interested in finding out more about that. That picture's also really cool. But one that really, really got people excited was one from Domhnall Gleeson, who will be playing General Hux, and he's one of the leaders from the First Order. And this image was briefly shown at Comic-Con, and it wasn't released until now, and I have to tell you that I just look at him, Gleason, in a total different light in this picture. Usually he plays the nerdy, shy, kind of recluse character, and seeing him in this really kind of gives him this feel of darkness, but you also could tell that he has a lot of things to prove. And, you know, as we're kind of finding out about his character, he really wants to show the galaxy what he has to offer. So all those images are really great. If you want to look at them more detailed, you could always, of course, check them out on entertainmentweekly.com. You can click the link in the description box or right here. I switched it up. Did you guys like that? I did. That's going to wrap it up for today's movie news update. Guys, I'm Jacob Toronto. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Remember, if you want to check out the trailer for the Hateful Eight or the 30-second spot from Star Wars The Force Awakens, or these photos that I've just been talking about, go to the description box. You could find all of them there. Or, of course, you could go to chasingcinema.com, the hub of everything that we do, and read our reviews. You could check out our podcast, all of our videos, and much, much more. Also, guys, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. That is the most important thing you could do all day, because I don't ever want you to be out of the loop and not know what's going on in the world of motion picture. And every single day, I'm bringing you an update to make sure you're up to date. How does that work? So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I'm your host, Jacob Toronto. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and please continue chasing cinema.